Paul, thanks for taking the time out of a busy schedule at the moment, but so far I guess you must be pleased with the job done.
Yeah, we've started the transfer window well. We had a good plan, and so far so good. We've still got a lot of work to do, and the recruitment staff, obviously working with Chris, are still very busy every day, all the way through the week, including the weekends, to try and get us the players we want to bring in for the new season.
Those fans that heard you speaking on the radio on Friday would have heard you talking about how important it's been to keep those transfers under wraps. Just tell us why that is.
Well, it's always difficult these days with social media and people having so much access to being able to communicate with wide groups of people. To keep these things secret is difficult, but it's important because, first of all, we want to try and get the business done as quickly and as efficiently as we can. Secondly, we don't want to alert other clubs to the availability of good players or give them the opportunity to put in other offers which might force up the price for ourselves. And I think thirdly, there are certain pieces of work that we're doing that are very much under the radar and therefore probably not on other clubs' agendas, and we just don't want to bring those agendas to the attention of others, and that's why we try and keep things as secret as we can, but it is difficult.
It certainly makes for a nice surprise though for the fans once you get those deals close or over the line. Can we expect similar with potential other new faces coming in over the summer that perhaps will be complete surprises to everybody?
I think so. Yeah, we've certainly been working on one or two things which so far haven't made the public domain at all. And obviously there's always going to be speculation out there, linking us with various players and various transfers that frankly are just speculation, not true at all. But that's nature of the period we're in. It's the nature of the transfer window every year. And it does make for some good TV and some good writing in newspapers, and obviously the fans will see that, and that then feeds social media, and so it goes on. But most of the work we're doing is undercover. It's limited to a very, very small number of people inside the club. There's probably only 3, 4, maximum 5 people at any one time that know all of our key targets. And therefore, the ability for people to speculate is actually just that. It's an ability to speculate because very, very few people know our targets and certainly won't be talking about them.
It's just over, less than a week now before the team go away. They're back in pre-season. Do you expect to do any more business before they head out to the Alps for the pre-season tour?
Yeah, I would hope to certainly bring in at least 1, maybe 2 more players during the next 7 days, if that's possible. Always these things have a sort of a potential to have delays and last minute hitches, so there's no promises, there's no guarantees, but we're certainly working hard behind the scenes to make sure Chris's squad is as complete as it can be, bearing in mind the transfer window's still got over 2 months to run. It's a long time, and unfortunately, as much as we'd love to get all of the business done before the players go off on the tour, that's just not practical. That's just not the market that we're operating in.
But I guess that would put you in a decent position to have 3 or 4 new faces going away on tour.
We certainly hope so, and of course we've also got the players that have had long-term injuries coming back into the squad. It's going to feel very much like that. Chris has got new faces and new players to use during the pre-season as well. So we're delighted with the progress those players have made. Obviously Crofty has worked very, very hard. Solly March has worked very hard. Dale Stevens has come back towards the end of last season and continued his progress during the summer. So we're very, very confident that going into pre-season, Chris is going to have a really good group to work with, very positive group, and obviously the new faces that we've added will simply add to that.
Looking at matters away from the playing squad and recruitment and what have you, it's also a busy summer off the pitch, season tickets, preparing for the pre-season programme and 2 new change kits as well. When can fans expect to see them? I know they're very keen to see what the new kits are going to look like.
Again, a bit like the transfer window, kit speculation is almost as rife. So yeah, we'll be looking to unveil at least one of those kits during pre-season for sure, and certainly against Sevilla here at the Amex we'll be wearing our new away kit for that game. So that will be great for the fans to see, and we're very pleased with the way the kits have come out, and hope the fans will be as well.
And of course that Sevilla game will be I guess a dry run for the first game of the season against Nottingham Forest the following week, and also an opportunity for fans to see those new faces in action for the first time for many of them.
Well, it's not often you get a chance to play against a 4 times winner of the Europa League, and Sevilla's got a fantastic tradition, not just for winning trophies, but also for the style of football that they play, the type of game that is attractive to particularly fans of English football and European football. Play a lovely passing game and some very high tempo football. So it's going to be a really big test for us, which will be good for Chris and good for the players a week before the season. But also, as I say, it's a club with such great pedigree for winning trophies, and it's that winning mentality that obviously we want to instill, for the new season ahead as well.
And can we expect to see some of those stars that were highlighting that run through to win the Europa League last season?
Yeah, I mean, as with all friendlies, you know that there's going to be some changes, no doubt, during the game. Sevilla are playing Watford on the Friday night. They're playing us on the Sunday. Spanish clubs typically play a lot of tournament football over one weekend, so it's not unusual for a Spanish team to be playing 2 games in 3 days. But contractually, Sevilla are committed to fielding their strongest possible first team, so our fans, I think, will see some really good players out here on the Amex against us.
And only a few days ahead of the start of the new season as well.
Yeah, it's very close to the start of the new season, and Chris's build-up has been about just playing lots of warm-up games that gradually increase in sort of stiffness of the competition and the tempo of the game, and it finishes with a game against one of the best teams in Europe. So we're certainly looking forward to that, and it will be a tough test, we know that.
And also ahead of that game, I think there's a plan for a Young Seagulls event here on the Friday, and the following Thursday the annual Fans Forum, which I know you, the chairman, and Chris are looking forward to fielding some of the questions from the fans.
Yeah, it's one of the important events of the season. It gives us an opportunity to answer any queries that supporters have got from the summer, from the transfer dealings that we've done up until that point, to how the new season is looking. And obviously it's a rare opportunity to have the chairman, the manager and myself together all in one place at the same time. It's always well attended. The spirit and the way in which the meeting goes is always great fun. Obviously we've got BBC Sussex there broadcasting it, so it goes out to a wide audience, and it usually is a very, very good evening, so we're looking forward to it.
And finally, season tickets and match ticket sales. How's it all going in the build up to next season? Obviously we saw some positive numbers in the immediate aftermath of announcing the pricing, the price freeze for next season, but is everything going to plan on that?
Yeah, I think it was important again to make sure that we kept as many of our season ticket holders as we could going into the new season. There's always going to be some degree of churn, some people moving away, people ill, people changing jobs, whatever it happens to be. But freezing the prices, extending the travel zone, trying to give as much value as we could going into another year. I think that was important. People responded really well. We've retained the vast majority of season ticket holders for next year, and we hope we give them something more to cheer about on the pitch in the 12 months ahead of us. And certainly it's our intention to get out there, get out of the blocks as quickly as we can, and give ourselves a good chance of achieving what we all want to achieve, which is progression to the next level.